timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 58 yards.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defense.
Está haciendo fuerte, no se quiere quitar.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Take it in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Jackson on first down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Tua, the final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Any given Sunday speech. Español. Español. No sé qué decir.
Para la más grande batalla de nuestras vidas.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
Os ganamos.
Pulls it in at the 13.
O nos desmoronamos.
And And his guys will get the
Jugada a jugada.
at the
Jugada por
20-yard
jugada.
line.
Hasta terminar. Estamos en el infierno ahora, señores. Créanme. Y podemos quedarnos aquí, que hagan mierda de nosotros, o podemos pelear y resurgir hacia la luz. Podemos salir de este infierno, una pulgada a la vez. Ahora, yo no puedo hacerlo por ustedes. Soy
The
muy viejo.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Miro alrededor y
They
veo
have a
estas jóvenes
mountainous
caras
deficit
y
looming in
pienso,
front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster the
Quiero
first
decir,
half, so where do they go
he
from
tomado
here?
todas las malas decisiones que un hombre de mediana edad puede tomar.
No going back.
Yo
And now you have to play this drive by drive.
malgasté
Obviously,
todo
come
mi
back in
dinero.
this spot. Pretty
Créanlo.
unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride
Y
in your
elegí
work,
a todos
and try to put
aquellos
something
que me
together
han
in the
amado.
second half.
Looking to throw again on
últimamente,
second down.
No puedo aguantar la cara que veo en el espejo.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right
¿Saben?
side.
Cuando te vuelves más
And
viejo,
drops it
las cosas te son
incomplete. And the
quitadas.
struggles
Pero
continue here.
es parte de la
I'm
vida.
sure it was a tough halftime
Pero
trying to figure out some
tú solo
strategy to get
aprenderás
things
eso
going,
cuando
trailing by a
comienzas a
lot when they went
perderles.
into the locker room.
Te
He's
das
just trying
cuenta
every avenue to
que la
spark
vida
his
es un
team
juego
near
de
the beginning of the
pulgadas,
third quarter.
como en
Not
el
a lot
fútbol.
going on that play, though.
Porque en cualquiera de los juegos, en la vida o en el fútbol, el margen de error es tan
Jackson
pequeño.
throwing once more.
Quiero decir, medio paso tarde o muy temprano y no la
And
haces.
this one is
Un segundo más
incomplete.
lento o más rápido y no
Goal
lo
is certainly
agarras.
to try and make a big play
Las
happen and
pulgadas que
climb back into
necesitamos
this
están
game,
en
but you
todos
have to be
lados y a
careful.
nuestro
If you
alrededor.
overdo it, you could
Están
turn
en
it
cada
over and hurt your
descanso del
team.
juego. Cada minuto, cada segundo.
On second down, the run to
En
Davis.
este equipo,
And he is going to be
peleamos por
stopped
esa jugada.
cold behind the line of
En
scrimmage.
este equipo, hacemos y
See
a
what they
todo
have
nuestro
drawn up here, a
alrededor
little bit behind the
pedazos
line,
por
12
esas
yards needed
pulgadas.
to gain a first down.
Nos aferramos con la uña de los dedos por esa pulgada, porque sabemos que cuando sumamos todas esas pulgadas, son las que van a hacer esa jodida diferencia entre ganar y perder.
Opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
El que va a ganar esa batalla. Y si es que tengo vida aún, es porque sigo dispuesto a pelear y morir por esa pulgada. Porque eso es
They're
mi
going
vida.
on fourth down. It's Jackson.
Las 6
And they're able to
pulgadas
work this
fueron
across midfield to the 48.
No puedo hacerlo por
So
ustedes.
this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, first and 10.
Ahora quiero que vean al chico.
Dancing to his
Mira
left.
por esas
Can't
pulgadas.
find anywhere to go
Para ver al
in,
chico
and
que
it
se
goes down.
sacrificará por este equipo.
So now 20 yards to
Porque él
go
sabe
on second
que
down
cuando te
after the
llegue el
sack. Work
momento,
to be done.
tú harás lo mismo que él.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Eso es un equipo, caballeros.
And that is
Nos hallamos
incomplete.
aquí.
This
Ahora,
defense is continuing to
como un
contest
equipo,
every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
es todo lo que es. Ahora, ¿qué van a hacer?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Tua now on first down. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, that's the lead that this offense has. I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Jackson. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. the gun, it's Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tua. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now here is another interception. Nick, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. A shotgun snap to give to Dobbins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Going to look deep for Wilson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Down inside the 10. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Jackson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were. And now here is another interception. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
It certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice.
Good game.
And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because
There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Willie Beeman ranking.
La rica variedad de caídas cappuccino se disfruta en compañía. Son naturales y deliciosos.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
I dropped 6 rounds in the draft because of that. And then the coaches like, you know what? He's a troublemaker. He arrogant.
Willie Beeman. I'm gonna switch YouTube. And I'm gonna switch YouTube.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack on 1st down, Tua, and going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets it with the Eagles. And I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high.
A cualquiera le salen canas.
By the offense too.
A cualquiera le salen canas. A cualquiera le salen canas. A cualquiera le salen canas. Ese pegó por la línea de la pintura. Se le pintó el brazo.
You both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense. A complete team victory.
Aquí pueden ver que el justo está demente.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Sí, Mmsweets58. Sí, sí. Sí, sí, Mmsweet, sí, sí, sí. Probando, sí. Señoras y señores, se acerca el juego entre Chu ayer le ganaron a los Titans, sí. Eso fue una sorpresita ahí que no esperaba. Yo creo que yo me cocoto también. Me hubiera escocotado yo también. Cualquiera. Eso no creo que era posible. Anda por carajo. Tú eres hacker, cabrón. Porque hay un cabrón que me está jodiendo con el 234 de Ohio y de repente con un 234. Entonces 234 es de allá de Ohio. Entonces allá es el equipo. Voy a ver. ¿Contra quién jugó Cleveland? ¿Cuál fue el juego de Cleveland? No, ellos jugaron venga. No, chacho, eso fue nada más ese juego. Ah, pero el otro quarterback es bueno también. El otro quarterback de los Steelers se llama Pickens. Y está bien duro, cabrón. Entonces no le he ganado a los Commanders, a los de Washington. Están bien duros, cabrón, están bien duros. Están bien duros los cabrones, bien duros. Los Buccaneers están duros. No sé por qué no va donde Brady, pero Brady, que Dios lo bendiga. Y está Julio Jones, este receiver de los Falcons. Se fue con los Titans después y está loco por ganar.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and we are underway from Mexico City. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return.
No se queda inbound y se va por ahí.
Right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, here's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They'll get 3 as the drive continues.
Se le llaman la banana.
And they pick up
banana
a first
play.
down, and that came out of a fullback position, but as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
No, cuando tú lo mandas por la invitación sale 6, ya viene ya así estipulado 6.
Player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Dame ver si no está el juego, si me da el juego gratis. No sé, no está por ahí. No lo compré.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Lo apreté, pero súper apretado. No comí mierda con apretarlo.
In this case, no one came up with it.
No comí mierda con apretarlo.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Te jugué zona ahí completo. No hice lo mismo.
On first down, Tagovailoa.
Cómodo, cómodo, cómodo.
To his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work.
No,
to get
esto está fuera de liga. Yo acabo de venir a anotar 50. No sé contra quién, no le vi el rank, no, porque como me llamaste, no lo pude ver. Pero venía encendido.
A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Como contigo yo no juego mucho, yo te cambio el playbook. A Danieto yo le juego siempre igual. Porque es que juega igual. Y se convierte, está bien monótono en torno.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry.
No, sí, bueno, le gané los últimos 4 juegos. En agosto no me ganó. No me ganó en el mes de agosto. Los juegos que jugó, perdió.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. And Tua going to keep on the option. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
¿Ya jugaste con Caribe el 23? Se apareció adentro del endzone.
As they convert on 4th down. They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins
Welcome to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami.
Get on the board first here in this one.
Yo creo que Will Smith se fue a disculpar con el tipo. El tipo se le cagó en la madre. El tipo se le cagó en la madre.
Just 1 second showing on the play clock. We're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Sky Pilot.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Yo jugué contra el quarterback de Cleveland hoy, contra el de los Panthers. Está ahora en los Panthers. ¿Qué pasó con Newton? ¿Se retiró? ¿Newton se retiró? Newton, el uno, el número 1 de los... El torneito ese de rugby estuvo bien nítido, el de las mujeres 7x7. ¿Estás ahí? Como que en la defensa se fueron los blancos para el carajo de Miami. Está todo negro.
The Browns drive about to get started. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, taking it right down Broadway. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. 71 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country.
Te conté que estaba ganando 14-14 contra los Rams y me bloquearon el field goal. Después de, oye, estar una hora ahí, está cabrón, horrible. Y ahorita por poco contra los Carlos Panthers estuvo bien close, el último estuvo bien close. Estaba ahí jugando, cabrón, una hora y perderlo así, está bien, cabrón.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. An incomplete pass on first down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua gonna throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Estuvo bien como de media yarda estuvo.
These two teams all tied after one.
bien. En Sky Tower está ese internet ahí.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And they'll accept that penalty.
Dame más Sky Pilot, dame más Sky Pilot, espérate.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Tua. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Bueno.
Second down, Gaskin.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A 200 millas.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Si la pasaba, iba a ser otra cosa.
J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Si yo pasaba esa bola a cualquier punto del lugar, se iba a joder.
Better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A 40-yard punt, no return.
Agresivo ese
First
ataque.
and 10 as they take over.
Buen arte ahí.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown.
¡Ay, Dios santo! ¡Ay, Dios santo! Le dio la estrellita. Si le dio la estrellita, la podía coger.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Está todavía en los Texans. Todavía no ha llegado a Cleveland.
24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
8, 7, 6, 5.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one
Frente
away.
de guerra.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Este es de la otra división, ¿verdad? Este es como que no es de la división de los Dolphins.
His guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Ay, Virgen Santa.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Watson. That is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
El drag fue tu primera opción. Esa fue tu segunda opción.
And there's another example, another incompletion.
Yo te mangué primero el drag. Y dijiste, voy para el medio, pero fue un poquito tarde. ¿Sí? Me diste un poquito, me diste el...
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there.
Tapón de Burger King.
Pop the ball free and it's 4th down.
Lo prefiero.
Defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the
hace tiempo no me como un Whopper de Burger King. Deberían de, bueno, hay nietos que me puso con el disque sazón Goya hace daño. Y yo, pues esta gente. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío. Esto se jodió aquí. Coño, coge ese silent ahí. Estamos hasta mañana corriendo. Llegamos hasta el morro. Ese fue un chapulín colorado. Ese feo.
Closer and closer to intermission, Charles. Remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Hay un papá ahí que está emocionado. Se emocionó con el hijo ahí cuando lo yo ahora. Ya en México juegan fútbol desde 6. Pero no te quiero distraer, no te quiero distraer.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts.
Me empezó a hacer unos horrible y por poco se jode esta.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it inside the 40. 2nd down and 3. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards.
Me pareció los tiempos de cómo, güey. Una vez yo me encontré a Veno riéndose en el piso. Dios, cabrón, porque él se ríe, tío. Para no llorar.
And it turned into an easy first down conversion. On first down, they go with Mostert again.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Y ahora el NFL, todo el mundo cambiando número todos los años.
On 2nd and 9, Tua.
They complete it to Hill.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 32 yards. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
No, y para colmo soy Dolphin. No, que te estás cambiando para ellos porque está él. Llegó. Papá Dios me lo dio. Hay que jugar con él. No, está sabroso. No, yo fui Dolphin hasta el 98 con Marino. Estuve 22 años. Y cuando... Pero fíjate, no le dije, no me fui con... Podía. Juan Boni me lo dijo. Me dijo, vete con el Delfín. Carajo.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Ya no sé dónde yo estaba, ese que el pilot está funcionando.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
De repente no sabía por qué estaba ahí.
Sanders now to add the extra point.
Eso es para el récord. Llevo 2 años haciendo video para el récord de psicología, para llevarle todo eso a... ¿Cómo se llama la del viejo San Juan? Donde está la plaza de los dominos. La Albizu.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken just inside the 10.
Papá, espérate. Eso se vio. Museo de arte. Eso está para llevarlo para el museo de arte. Es que brincó tipo lucha libre, conectó tipo NFL Blitz, NBA Jam. ¿Te acuerdas de ese jueguito que era como NFL Blitz? De maquinita. Que ahí tacleaban así, entonces tuvimos... ¿Cuánto tardamos por volver para atrás? Como 20 años. Ellos estaban adelantados para
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.